Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, where did the years go? One day you're chasing kids around the house, and the next you're wondering why your knees creak when you get up from a chair. And maybe, just maybe, you've had that quiet moment where you thought, how much time do I really have left? And what can I do to make sure those years are full of life, not just time? You're not alone. That thought crosses many minds after 65. It's not just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years. And the good news? You have more power than you think. No, you don't need fancy supplements or some extreme diet. You don't need to spend hours at the gym or move to the mountains. What you do need are small, steady habits. The kind that fit naturally into your day. The kind that feel good and actually give you results you can feel in your body and your spirit. In this video, we're going to talk about 5 habits, simple ones, that studies and real-life experiences show can add as much as 10 extra years to your life. Not just extra time, but good time. Time with clarity, energy, independence, and joy. Let's start with the first habit, and I'll bet it's something you can begin doing today, right after you finish watching this. Let's talk about movement. Now don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to run a marathon or start lifting weights the size of a small car. But I do want you to think about movement in a different way. Think of your body like a garden. If you leave it untouched, weeds start to grow. The soil hardens. It loses its ability to support life. But when you tend to it, water it, keep it moving, it thrives. Your body works the same way. One of the most powerful habits you can build after 65 is simply walking with intention. Not just pacing through the grocery store or strolling through the house. I mean a daily walk, even just 20 to 30 minutes where you're breathing a little heavier, swinging your arms, feeling your feet connect with the ground. This kind of movement wakes up your circulation, boosts your heart health, and even lifts your mood. It's been shown to lower the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. But here's something else. It helps you feel younger. The stiffness begins to fade. Your balance improves. Your steps become more confident, and that confidence changes how you move through the world. Now, if walking's hard for you, that's okay. Sit and stand from a chair 10 times in a row. March in place while holding onto a counter. Use your arms and legs every day in ways that challenge them just a little. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. The body doesn't care if you start at 10 steps or 10,000. What matters is that you start. And while we're moving the body, we can't forget about nourishing it. That brings me to the second habit, and this one might surprise you, because it's not about cutting things out. It's about adding something in. Color. That's right, colorful food. Fruits and vegetables that are deep in color, think blueberries, spinach, carrots, sweet potatoes, and red peppers, are packed with antioxidants and nutrients that protect your cells from aging. They help reduce inflammation, keep your immune system strong, and even support brain function. And here's the best part. They taste good, and they make your plate more beautiful. You don't need to become a vegetarian or give up everything you love. Just start by adding a handful of berries to your breakfast. Toss some greens into your soup or sandwich. Roast a few colorful veggies for dinner. The key is consistency. Your body thrives when it gets the nutrients it needs, not just once in a while, but day after day. Think of every meal as a little investment in your future self. The one who still dances at weddings, the one who keeps up with the grandkids, the one who feels alive. And if you've got a sweet tooth, and let's be honest, most of us do, try swapping out a dessert now and then for something naturally sweet like frozen grapes or a banana with cinnamon. It's not about deprivation. It's about upgrading your fuel so your body has what it needs to keep running smoothly. So many people think aging means slowing down, giving up, or just accepting discomfort as the new normal. But the truth is, you have so much more control than you realize. These first 2 habits, moving your body every day and feeding it colorful, nourishing foods, are like the foundation of a long, strong, vibrant life. Now that we've talked about how to move and what to eat, let's move on to the next piece of the puzzle that can make just as big of a difference in how long and how well you live. Because here's the thing, not all health is physical. What's happening in your mind and heart plays just as big a role in how long you live as what's happening in your muscles and joints. And that brings us to the third habit, which might be the most overlooked: meaningful connection. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, but my kids are busy, my friends have drifted, and sometimes I just enjoy my peace and quiet. And that's okay. Alone time can be beautiful and necessary, but there's a big difference between enjoying solitude and feeling disconnected. One of the strongest predictors of a longer life isn't a medical treatment or some miracle vitamin. It's having relationships that give you a sense of purpose, love, and belonging. Not necessarily a big group, but at least one or two people you can truly connect with. People who see you, hear you, and care about how you're doing. That could mean rekindling old friendships or even starting new ones. You'd be amazed how open people become when you simply say, "Hey, I'd love to catch up sometime," or "Want to grab a cup of coffee?" It could be joining a local group, a walking club, a book group, a community garden. Volunteering is another powerful way to build connection. When you give your time to something that matters, you don't just help others, you breathe life into yourself. Even calling someone just once a week, having a regular chat, can lift your mood, calm your nervous system, and reduce stress. And less stress means lower blood pressure, better sleep, and fewer chronic illnesses. So if it's been a while since you reached out to someone, consider this your sign. Don't wait for others to make the first move. You can be the one who opens the door again. And that simple action might add years to your life and warmth to theirs too. Now let's talk about something else that's deeply connected to your longevity, and that's what you do with your mind every day. The fourth habit is keeping your brain active, not just busy, but truly engaged. The brain is a lot like a muscle. If you don't challenge it, it starts to weaken. But the opposite is also true. If you keep it learning, stretching, exploring, it stays sharp. You don't need to go back to school or study calculus, but you do need to give your brain something to chew on. Reading is one of the best ways to do this. Even just 10 pages a day of a good book, an inspiring article, or a biography that makes you think. Learning a new hobby, playing a musical instrument, working on puzzles. These things stimulate different parts of your brain and can help protect you from cognitive decline. And here's a fun one. Try using your non-dominant hand to brush your teeth or do a simple chore. It might feel silly at first, but it actually activates different neural pathways. That's how you build brain resilience. It's like giving your mind a little workout, and the more variety, the better. Another tip, have conversations that challenge you. Talk to someone with a different viewpoint, share a memory, or ask about theirs. Human interaction is one of the best cognitive tools we have, and it's free, easy, and often full of laughter. Even learning something new, whether it's how to use your smartphone better, a new recipe, or a dance move from a grandchild, keeps your brain flexible and alert. The more you stretch it, the stronger it stays. So many people fear memory loss as they age, and I understand that deeply. But feeding your brain with curiosity, creativity, and conversation is one of the most powerful tools we have to keep our minds not just intact, but alive with potential. Now that we've covered the power of connection and the magic of mental activity, there's one final habit left. One that ties all the others together. And it's something that many people underestimate, even though it could be the very thing that keeps you getting out of bed with a smile for years to come. And that brings us to the fifth habit, one that doesn't cost a thing, but is worth more than gold. Having a sense of purpose. Now let me ask you something. When you wake up in the morning, do you have something that makes you feel excited? Even just a little spark, something that says, "This matters, I matter." Because having that feeling, that sense of purpose, isn't just nice, it's essential. Studies have shown that people with a strong sense of purpose live longer. Not just a few months, but years longer. And they don't just live longer, they live better, with more vitality, better sleep, lower risk of heart disease, and sharper minds. It's like nature's secret life-extending tonic, and it starts right here, inside your heart. But here's the thing. Purpose doesn't have to be some grand mission or lifelong career. It can be as simple as caring for your garden, helping your neighbor with their groceries, teaching your grandchild how to cook your favorite meal, or writing letters to people who need encouragement. It could be continuing a project you've always loved, or starting one you never had time for. Some people find purpose in their faith, in their spirituality, or through giving back to others. Some discover it in creativity, in painting, music, storytelling, or simply capturing moments on camera. Others find it in movement, walking every morning with intention, dancing to their favorite songs, or taking care of their body like it's a sacred temple. Purpose isn't about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about knowing that what you do, even in the smallest moments, makes a difference. That your life has meaning, not just because of what you've done in the past, but because of who you are right now. And let me tell you something, in case no one has reminded you lately, you still have so much to offer. Wisdom, humor, experience, love. That sparkle in your eye when you tell a good story. That calm steadiness you bring to chaos. The way you make people feel when they're around you. That matters more than you know. So if you've been feeling a little lost, or like your best days are behind you, let me gently remind you, your best days can still be ahead. You get to choose what this chapter looks like. In this chapter, it can be full of life, laughter, learning, and light. Let's take a deep breath together, because when you combine movement, connection, mental engagement, healthy choices, and purpose, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're building a life that's rich in meaning, full of energy, and deeply satisfying. And here's the best part. These aren't drastic changes. They're gentle shifts, little decisions you can start making today. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to do them all at once. But each step you take in the direction of health, joy, and meaning is a step toward a longer, fuller life. Imagine what your life might look like a year from now if you just picked one habit to start with. Maybe it's taking a walk every morning while listening to your favorite music. Maybe it's calling a friend you haven't spoken to in a while. Maybe it's reading a new book that challenges your thinking. Or finally signing up for that art class, gardening workshop, or gentle yoga group you've been curious about. You have more time than you think, and more power than you know. So let this be your invitation to live boldly, to love deeply, to laugh often, to embrace the gift of being alive, right here, right now. If something in this video spoke to you, I'd love to hear about it. Share your thoughts, your habits, or even your favorite way to stay young at heart in the comments. And if this helped you, please give it a thumbs up. It really supports the channel and helps more people like you find these messages. And of course, if you'd like more practical advice, motivation, and heart-to-heart conversations like this, hit that subscribe button and join our community. We're growing together, one beautiful day at a time. Remember, your age is not a limitation, it's a foundation. You've earned every year, every line, every lesson, and now you get to use it all to live better, love harder, and shine brighter than ever before. Here's to your next 10 years, and to making them your most vibrant yet.